McDonald Middle School Class of 2026. This is Mrs. Kilday. I hope everything is going well with you this week. Today, I want to take a look at something, or pose a question to you, looking at how is it that wolves could change a river. Now, we've been talking a lot about ecosystems and the food webs and the food chains within those ecosystems. We focused a lot on how energy moves through the ecosystem, thinking that it originates from the sun, producers, and then through consumers. But today, instead of starting at the bottom level and looking at the energy that the producers are able to make and then pass on to consumers, I want to kind of flip it and take a look at what's going on at the top of our food chains or our food webs. And so we're going to look today at Yellowstone National Park. And we're going to look at what happened when wolves were reintroduced. Wolves are a predator. They are at the top of the food chain. But over time in Yellowstone National Park, they were hunted to the point that they were no longer part of the ecosystem. Then, in 1995, some scientists decided that they wanted to try to reintroduce the wolf into Yellowstone National Park. Now, they had made some predictions about what they thought was going to happen. They had made some predictions that this was going to help to right size or make the elk and deer populations so that there was enough food for life for those organisms. But it turned out that the reintroduction of the wolf had a greater impact than they ever could have imagined. So we're going to spend the next 4 minutes learning a little bit about how when the wolves were introduced into the ecosystem, it was able to impact and change the rivers. After we view the video, we are then going to take a look at some of the data that scientists have collected over the last 15 plus years to see how has the wolf numbers impacted the number of other organisms in the ecosystem. So now what I'm going to ask you to do is to pause the video and take the next 4.5 minutes to learn about how the reintroduction of the wolf into the population had an impact on everything, including factors that aren't even living in Yellowstone National Park. After the video, you're going to find a part 2 of today's lesson, so please take a look at that, because in the part 2 of this lesson today, I'm going to go over some data that we have about the different organisms in Yellowstone National Park. I'm going to model for you how I can read those graphs and analyze some of the information that I see. After I've modeled for you how I'm going to take a look at those graphs, as part of your exit ticket today, we're going to have you look at a few of the graphs and tell us some information about the wolves of Yellowstone National Park.